My name's Jon Snyder. I am councilman of District 2 in Spokane, Washington. Spokane is a great mid-sized city in the Northwest. We're the biggest city between Minneapolis and Seattle. We're the medical and educational hub for the inland Northwest. We've got a great mix of all the advantages of a big city and small city kind of wrapped up in one. We have within 10 minutes of anywhere downtown, you can be on a crag climbing, you can be doing road biking in the Palouse, you can be doing mountain biking on the bluff. We have the front country right next to us, and we need to leverage that with smart growth policies to make our city a great place to live. We're 60 square miles. You can put the city of Paris inside our borders, and that is a lot of territory for 210,000 people. And what we have to get people to understand is you're paying for that 60 square miles. Every time the city gets bigger or urban growth happens on our borders, our infrastructure costs, our public safety costs, our park costs go up as those services are demanded over a larger and larger area. I think when people start to understand that if there's a more tightly concentrated system of services, it actually costs them less to operate, they will understand that sprawl is really this kind of phantom tax that they end up paying. Smart growth, to me, boils down to two things. First of all, you don't want to ever, if you can avoid it, address one problem at a time. If you can do initiatives that solve multiple problems, that's the ideal. The second thing is, come up with solutions that are going to last longer than you will. When I go out and talk to folks, I ask how many people walk their bikes to school when they were a kid, and everybody puts their hands up, and then I ask them how many of their kids do the same thing, and almost nobody raises their hands. The funny thing is, there's a real distinct parallel between that and our senior population. Spokane is drier climate than the rest of Washington. We have a lot of retired folks and a really good retirement industry. And those people need to be able to walk just the way our kids need to be able to walk. It really is going to extend their lives. And if we have barriers to walking, and there are a lot of them, it's going to be hard for them to do that. We had the National Wheelchair Games in town a couple years ago. It was a great experience. We're a very veteran, positive community. There's a big veteran contingent in that event. It was well received. We had a great experience for everybody. But we found out where our sidewalks were really deficient. We had old ramps that couldn't handle new wheelchairs. We had missing sidewalks, substandard sidewalk, and it was a real catalyst for a discussion about what do we do to make the next Wheelchair Games event in Spokane a much better one. Wheelchairs are such a great barometer for how well your pedestrian system is working, that it's given us a chance to look at that, look at creative ways we can use to come up with funds to create better sidewalks. I spent 2 years working on forming a broad coalition to create a complete streets policy, and we passed that about a year ago. Now we're working on trying to implement it. You know, they're two different things, right? We're also trying to implement smart growth maybe in ways where people don't realize it's even smart growth. We have photo red cameras, and we, instead of taking any of that money and putting it into the general fund, it has to go for traffic calming. Well, traffic calming features are kind of natural smart growth features. We're talking about street trees, we're talking about more sidewalks, we're talking about bike lanes, we're talking about radar speed indicator signs to slow down traffic. They're all things that make neighborhoods better places to live. And we find a big desire among our citizens to have these features, and that has become a funding source for traffic calming. So it's real challenging, but if we stick to that multiple solution and make it last for a long time, I think we can come up with some good things.